Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Well, we had a dump of snow and this is what it looks like this morning. We'll get back to the snow in a bit, but first let's look at the Nano and the new firmware update from Autel that fixes many of the issues discussed in my very first review video of the Nano. Now, to be fair, there have been several firmware updates since my review and many items have been fixed or new features added. So right now, the latest feature, we have different frame rates. The Jello issue is supposed to be fixed. We have manual focus. We can actually put timestamp on our photos. Now, the very latest firmware update is version 1.1.14, and you can see here I have installed it on my Nano Plus. So now I guess the best thing to do to check it out and see if everything is as good as they say it is to try it out. So here we go. All right, let's take our Nano out and stick it on my Papa John's pizza box landing pad down here. There we go, and fire it up. Alright, I got it in 4K, 30 frames per second. That's the highest you can go. They have added new frame rates. You can see there 25, 24, and that's for all the resolution. So if I go to 2.7K, you see they exist as well. And if you want to get to, let's see, 60 frames per second, you have to drop it down to 1080p. So let's go back to 4K, 30, that's good. And let's take off. Here we go.
Home point has been refreshed.
Let's take a look down our street. Image looks great. I see the sensor data has changed on my screen. You can now see right in the center it says bottom. I'm 2 meters up. No objects in the front or the back at the moment. So let's turn it so it faces a tree. We'll see. They're supposed to have improved the performance in wind too. It is windy when I take it up, you'll see. So there we go. Aircraft knows there's a tree. That's good. So we see that's all working, and we see our down sensor working. That's great. Let's go back this way. And let's take it up a little bit. I'm going to try the zoom. The zoom is supposed to have changed to a smooth zoom or something like that. Let's take it up. Also, let me just change my flying mode. Top left it says standard. I like smooth. I don't want ludicrous. Smooth. So there we go. I like that mode best. I'm going to bring the camera a little bit centered down. And now I'm going to try to zoom. You see they're on the side at 1, 2, and 4. So it says something about hold the zoom. So if I want to go to, I'm going to click on 4 and I'm going to hold it in. Okay, so this should be smooth. Yeah, so it's, I think that was there before. I don't know. You can just slowly smooth zoom it in, just like on a DJI drone. There we go, which is like, there we go, up to 14. Can I go higher? 16! Let's go all the way back. Let's take it all the way back to number 1. There we are. That's pretty good. I also see they've changed the focus. You see at the bottom it says autofocus and manual focus. So let's get something to focus on. Let's try this little grater over to my right. I'm going to turn into the sun. We have a grater down here. And there it is right there. So bring it down, looking into the sun. There's Mr. Grator. All right, so let's try put him out of focus. I'm going to click manual focus and I'm going to put it out of focus. Let's see if it works. There we go, I'm going up. So I'm at 0. Yeah, so he's out of focus. So I can focus it now and put it back to in focus at infinity. There we go. Put it back on autofocus. I can follow our little grater. Let's see, I'll go up so I'm less in the sun. That way I'm looking less forward into the sun, looking more down onto our grater. So get a better image that way. He's going to clear my little road here, it looks like. So we'll go way up. Here he comes. There we go. Keep him up there. I won't go any higher than that, but now I can follow him. cool thing is as I'm following him, I'm bringing the drone down to the ground, and I'm watching my bottom sensor since I'm not looking up at it. Just in case there's a tree below me, it should indicate that. There we are. That's pretty sweet. So, sensors on this thing are awesome. There we go. All right, so what else do they have on here? They did change the speed modes as well, ludicrous. So let me just go over here. So if you look at my top left, I'm in smooth mode. And if I go full blast forward, look at my bottom left and it will tell you the speed. So here we go, full blast forward. This is smooth mode. It's designed to fly very smooth. It's almost like the old tripod mode on DJI drones. In a way, it's very good for filming anything cinematic you want, everything, all movements to be smooth. So it's not gonna be very fast. So I am not getting up at a very high speed here. It's like, what is it, 10 kilometers per hour? Yeah, 10 or less, a little bit higher than that. Okay, so let's take it back and I'll show you standard mode. Okay, try the same thing on an angle in standard mode. So on the top left, I'm gonna change it to standard and then watch the speed. Full blast, here we go. Let's see, we're at 15, 16. I hit 16 there for a bit. And it's dropped down to 9.8. There is a wind. I think it's gonna fluctuate between the two. Autel says this is a camera drone, so they've adjusted the speed for camera purposes, and I'll show you what I mean in a second. Okay, so that's it for as far as I'm gonna go for standard. Let's bring it back and we'll put in ludicrous. Ludicrous is their sport mode. Look at how fast I go going backwards, away from the wind. Holy cow! See, I was going into the wind. So that's... so with the wind, I was going booting it there. All right, let's go put it in ludicrous mode. There's ludicrous. Now on ludicrous, you have to change the settings. Let me go up here and I'll show you what I mean. So go up in your settings, go to your camera. Priority, here it is right here. Priority preference. Speed is prioritized for the flight speed, blah, blah, blah. So right now it's on video is the priority. In other words, get good video at a lesser speed or just go crazy fast. So I'll put it on crazy fast speed and I'll go back. Now we're in ludicrous mode and let's against the wind, and I'll do it with the wind. So full blast forward, ludicrous mode. What am I up to here? 24, 23. I got 24 there for a bit. Much faster. I can't really see the screen because of my sunglasses, but I don't know, you're seeing it now, 26. There we go. Now I just want to show you in reverse. You see, we went pretty fast. This is at the expense of video quality. And let's go reverse with the wind, and let's see what we get. What am I getting here? 47, 48, 50s, yeah, 60s. Yeah, it's crazy. I'm gonna leave my neighborhood in a second. Whoa, stop that. Okay, let's go ludicrous forward. We'll just leave it there for a second. Hang on, let's go there. All right, let's try something else now. Okay, I just realized that whole filming thing I did, I forgot to put the video camera on. So all you were seeing is my phone screen. Sorry about that. I'll go back and do video in a second. It's because I'm frozen out here and I have sunglasses on and I can't really see my screen well. Okay, so I'm in photo mode. I'm gonna snap a photo. So photo resolution is super high now. If I go here, you can see 8192 times 6144. That is the photo. So let's go snap a photo. Super high resolution. Now there's something on the photos that they say they've added. Go down to photo. So there's all my photo settings there. Add timestamp on photos and video right at the bottom. So I'm going to turn that on. It says customize the stamp. I wrote Captain Drone. You can put a name in there. So apparently if I take a photo, I'll do it now. It should write Captain Drone on it someplace in a corner and a timestamp. That's what I understand. I could have it totally wrong. Somebody will correct me. All right, so you see how black my sunglasses are? That's why I can't see anything on the screen. It's really hard to see. So I have the video on now. I can see the numbers moving. Our grader is coming back. He must have known I had to film again. So there he is. Let's just bring the camera down on him. And to make it cinematic, let me do an orbit at the same time. I'll try a smooth orbit. Now the other thing to take note of is they said they fixed all the Jello that you're supposed to get with this little Nano Plus. It's all supposed to be fixed, so there should be no Jello in the image as I'm flying here, looking at this guy. He's going back down my road. Is he? Where are you going, buddy? I'm gonna switch to standard. And I'm gonna see if I can follow him. Put it in standard mode, and I'll see if I can follow him around the corner. Well, I can go faster than he can against the wind in standard mode. That's good. There we go. Let's take it on back to me. All right, time out here, time out here. I just watched the video and I'm pretty sure I saw Jello in the image. In other words, it doesn't seem to be fixed. However, is it because it's so cold here where I am in my neck of the woods? I know the gimbal is not designed for cold weather. It says it right in the manual. So is it that? Is it due to the props being unbalanced? Because that's a big contributor to Jello, because any drone with unbalanced props will vibrate and shake, and it goes all the way down to the camera. That's why low-cost budget drones always have Jello in them. Is it due to the dampening system in this little gimbal that I can move back and forth here? Well, it might be, because it is, you know, it's just a normal dampening system, nothing excited, made out of plastic, maybe some rubber in there. Gets cold, maybe it doesn't work. I'm going to try a fix. My plan is I'm going to fix it the way I used to fix Jello in the olden days. All DJI drones in the olden days had Jello. If you bought any Phantom, there was Jello in it. And the way we fixed it back then was, A, we balanced the props. But these are foldable props. You're not going to balance these. And the second thing we did is we put an ND filter on the camera, because the shutter goes so fast on a sunny day you get Jello. So these are freewell filters made especially for the Nano and the Nano Plus, and they fit over top. I've got one on here. You can leave them on permanent if you want. So there's an ND16 over top. So I'm going to try to fly it again. I'm going to move it forward, side to side, all over the place, and let's see if we still have the Jello. Here we go. Alright, so here we go. Now, I'm sure everyone has their eyes glued to their phone, tablet, computer, or TV screen looking for Jello. I know I do, because that's the whole idea of this experiment. One thing I want to point out before I go any further is look at the bottom left. It says Captain Drone. I took off the date timestamp, but I guess you have to actually erase whatever custom information you put on it so that you don't have something show up. But that's pretty cool. I can have Captain Drone on the video. Now, the filter I have on the Nano at the moment is a Freewell ND16, and it seems to be working quite well. So I'm not noticing any Jello issues, and I am flying the drone at different speeds, slow, fast, I'm turning an awful lot. Things like that will cause Jello, but everything seems to be looking pretty darn good. So either the Jello fixed itself or it's the filter that's fixing it. I'm not really sure. So all I can say from this experiment is that if ever you have a drone, it doesn't matter what brand of drone you have, and you see some Jello in the image on a sunny day, bright sunny day, well then just stick an ND16 filter or an ND32 filter on the front, and you should be fine, as everything looked pretty good here. Alright, you saw my test with adding an ND filter. Hopefully everything worked out. And now let's go back to Steve in the early morning, still flying the drone. Here we go. Alright, just for fun, I hit the return to home button. I just want to see exactly where it's going to come back and land with all this Wi-Fi congestion and everything. And my little Papa John's pizza box down there, I'll probably have to take over
landing point is safe.
the actual... Oh, I see it coming down. It's right up there. And there's a tree in the way. Well, let's see if it misses the tree. Here we go. I have a pause button on here. I could stop it at any moment. So here we go. Stand over here. Let you see it. It's coming down. And it looks like it's just going to miss the Papa John box. Right there. So I'm going to take control of it right about... That's pretty close. That is pretty close.
Unsafe environment. Cannot land.
Oh, it says unsafe environment to land. Cool. Oh, that's pretty good. I like that. At least it's smart enough to know that that is not normal ground. So let's see, it's right here. And if I go around it, you can see if I go like this. That's where it is. And there's our landing pad down there. Pretty cool. All right, so I'll just land it anyways, manually. So I got it straight down. Well, it's pretty close to the Papa John's box. I'll just bring it over a bit. There we go. Bring it forward. Oh, it's off. It's off. Oh, it's a little bit in the snow. There we go. That's not bad. I'm going to change the battery, and then I'm going to clear my driveway, send this up in the air, and see if it can film me clearing part of my driveway. First things first, we have to get the raminator out of the way. 80 pounds of weight here. Get my snow blower out. Alright, this is something I always wanted to try with a drone, just have it hover above to film down as I'm doing yard work. Isn't that exciting? It's a little bit more exciting than watching paint dry. If you look at the bottom left of the screen, you can see the wind blowing the branches of the tree. This latest firmware is supposed to make the Nano a bit more stable in wind. Let me just walk away from the sound of my snowblower over here where you can hear me. Alright, so my driveway is pretty much done. I just have to scrape off a little bit of snow back there, but it's pretty much done. We have more snow coming in the forecast because we're only in the month of February. So those were the new features on the Autel Nano Plus. There's new features added in every new firmware, so I'm still waiting for dynamic track to happen, HDR, a few other things. When that happens, I'll be back out to show you more. Oh, and I should mention, if you don't have a Nano Plus, I'll put the links below. You can go check it out. Catch you in the next one. Bye.